Final part. I saved my father's life during a storm and fell into a coma. When I woke up 3 months later, my inheritance was gone, my stepsister wore my grandmother's ring, and the people I trusted most had stolen everything. The next morning, a different nurse brought my breakfast tray with an odd expression. "There's a woman here claiming to be your sister. Should I let her in?" "No," I said firmly. "I don't have a sister." But Lauren didn't take no for an answer. I heard her in the hallway, voice pitched high with indignation. "I've been here every single day for 3 months. I have a right to see her." "Ma'am, the patient has declined visitors." "This is ridiculous. After everything I've done, the vigils, the prayers, the theft," I called out loud enough to carry. "You can add that to your list, Lauren." Silence, then the click of heels retreating rapidly down the hallway. That afternoon, Dad returned with Patricia. The nurse tried to stop them, but I waved her off. I wanted to hear their justification. Patricia spoke first, clutching her purse like a shield. "Natalie, sweetheart, you have to understand. We thought you might never wake up." "The doctors said I was in a medically induced coma," I interrupted. "Not brain dead. The doctors were optimistic about recovery. I have the medical records." "But the estate needed to be handled. Taxes were due in 18 months, I finished. I looked it up. You had a year and a half to wait." Lauren needed to steal from an unconscious woman. "Yes, apparently she did." Patricia's face hardened, the mask slipping. "She's getting married. Do you know how much weddings cost these days? And with the market. Grandma's house was worth nearly $3 million. You sold it for 2. They exchanged glances, caught. "To your brother, Patricia, who's already filed permits to tear it down and build condos." "That house was falling apart," Patricia said defensively. "The maintenance alone was my responsibility. My inheritance, my choice." Dad stepped forward. "Natalie, be reasonable. Lauren's your sister, stepsister, and she's nothing to me now, neither are you." The words hung in the air like a blade. "I nearly died saving your life," I continued, my voice steady despite the tears threatening. "I shoved you out of the way of a falling tree. I took the hit. And while I was fighting to breathe, you let them rob me." "We didn't rob. Get out." I pressed the nurse's button. "And know this, I've already hired a lawyer. Every penny Lauren took will be returned, or I'll see her in court. The house sale will be challenged. The jewelry will be recovered, all of it." Patricia laughed, sharp and bitter. "You can't prove anything. It was all legal. Your father had every right to violate his fiduciary duty, to commit fraud, to transfer assets in clear contradiction of the will's intent." I smiled coldly. "My lawyer disagrees. So does the forensic accountant who's already found the paper trail." Dad's face had gone gray. "Forensic accountant? Oh yes. Turns out that when you rush to steal $4 million, you leave tracks. Like Lauren's wedding planner payments starting 2 days after I entered the ICU. Or the house listing going up while I was still critical. Or Patricia's new car purchased the day after the estate closed. You're destroying this family," Dad said quietly. "No," I replied. "You destroyed it the moment you chose greed over your daughter's life." Security arrived to escort them out. As they left, Patricia turned back one last time. "That ring was too good for you anyway. Lauren wears it better," I smiled. "Tell Lauren to enjoy it while she can." The police take a dim view of receiving stolen property over $50,000. Patricia's face went white. They'd forgotten that Grandma's ring had been appraised. That I have records. That their greed had made them sloppy. The lawsuit was filed within the week. Lauren tried to play victim on social media, posting about how I was attacking the family that supported me. But the comments weren't what she expected. Turns out people have opinions about stealing from coma patients. Someone leaked the story to a local news station. Woman has inheritance stolen while in coma after saving father's life made for compelling television. Lauren's wedding venue canceled her booking after the bad publicity. Vendors pulled out. Her grand $500,000 wedding became a courthouse ceremony with no guests. Even Patricia's family distanced themselves once the fraud investigation began. It took 8 months, but we won. The judge's ruling was scathing. Words like unconscionable, predatory, and breach of fiduciary duty featured heavily. Lauren was ordered to return every penny, plus interest and legal fees. The house sale was voided due to the conflict of interest and undervaluation. Patricia's brother faced his own legal troubles. Dad tried calling once after the ruling. I didn't answer, but he left a voicemail. "Your grandmother would be ashamed of you for tearing apart this family." I saved that voicemail. Sometimes when I doubt myself, I listen to it. It reminds me that he still doesn't understand. Grandma would have been ashamed of him, for choosing his new wife's daughter over his own. For letting greed override love. For betraying the daughter who'd nearly died saving him. I recovered fully eventually. The physical therapy worked. The scars faded. I even started the art therapy nonprofit I dreamed of, funded by the inheritance that was rightfully mine. The building sits on the lot where Grandma's house used to stand. I couldn't save the original structure. Patricia's brother had already done too much damage. But I rebuilt something better. A place where kids could learn art like I had in Grandma's studio. Where healing happened through creation. I named it after her, the Ellen Hartley Center for Arts and Recovery. Lauren sent a letter once, asking if we could move past this. She was getting divorced. Apparently, her husband hadn't signed up for the debt and legal troubles. She needed help. I sent back a photo of the center's opening day. Kids painting in the sunshine where Grandma's garden used to be. The emerald ring, recovered by court order, on my hand as I cut the ribbon. No other message was needed. Family isn't about showing up for photos at the hospital. It's not about counting visits or performing grief for social media. It's not about being there when it's convenient or profitable. It's about love when it costs you something. It's about protection when you're vulnerable. It's about trust when you can't protect yourself. I learned that the hard way, unconscious in a hospital bed while vultures circled. But I also learned that blood doesn't always mean family. And family doesn't always mean blood. The kids at the center call me Aunt Nat now. They hug me with paint-covered hands, and show me their art with shining eyes. They trust me to keep them safe while they create. That's family, that's showing up. And that's worth more than $4 million. Though, oh, I'm glad I got that back.